E.M.Forster, born on 1st January 1879 in London, died on 7th June 1970 in UK. Today is my 288th small talks, and from morning I'm outside trying to run from Devanahalli to Indiranagar to make sure that the schools things are kept in proper order for the reopening of the schools tomorrow. The government has declared that those who run the schools should open it tomorrow. So there is a last round of painting and electrical, plumbing, checking, etc. So I took all our team, maintenance team, from here to Indiranagar and then rushed back. Yes, to talk so that this doesn't get disconnected. And E.M.Forster said, connect. Edward Morgan Foster was an English fiction writer, essayist and librettist. Many of his novels examine class difference and hypocrisy, including A Room with a View in 1908, Howard's End in 1910, and A Passage to India in 1924. The last brought him his greatest success. He was nominated for the Nobel Prize in Literature in 16 separate years. E.M.Forster said, connect. So connecting is always very, very important. Keep in non-stop connect. And as long you have that connection, success is your birthright. Success is divine. The day you forget to connect, they say communication gap is the greatest hurdle of any development. The moment you have a communication gap, a gap is having, fill up the gaps. There's the only one thing in the whole world engineers are frightened is the gap, the connecting link, the gap. If there is the smallest gap, the water will enter and destroy the total building. The gap destroys. Try to understand. That's why E.M.Forster was still connect. Connect. If you do not connect, a gap happens. And the connecting should be proper. Proper mix of the cement. The proper mix of the cement happens when you are in deep, intimate love with that particular person. You know whether the person likes the coffee or the tea. Yes. Then the gap will never come. When you do not know, then what happened in the Russia, in the Soviet Union, they ordered the visiting Middle East Muslim king to Soviet Union, it seems, and they ordered pork, it seems. The whole thing could have gone. Somebody found out at the last moment and said, stop it. If they had not stopped it, the gap could have destroyed, could have been an atom bomb. What food they did not like, if you give, then all the arrangements what you make goes wrong. Hence, they're telling, friends are very important. Somebody said, friends are very important. Please try to understand, friends come second. Friend is a second wife or a second husband. The first wife, first husband is your relatives. Continuously, when you don't keep in touch with your relatives, the political mainstream, the dictators, and the religious leaders like us, who wanted to make you a slave to control you and to live and walk rich like and call ourselves as God. told you not to keep in touch with the relatives, because relatives tells you the truth, because that truth has come up from the 800 years, 1,000 years, or 5,000 years, 10,000 years of history which your friend cannot tell you. They say the blood is thicker. Whatever you say, whether the relative's blood is thicker than others, the thickness is thickness. The thickness comes, the bonding comes only when you keep in touch. Like my good friend Siddhartha Jaikumar said, my only success is got cerebral palsy. He said, my only success is connect. I connected. I cannot speak and neither people will listen. When I told my mom, ex-President Abdul Kalam told me that I must go to the stage and give a speech. And that too, inspiration speech. And my mom laughed. Because my mom knew what I speak, people cannot hear or they couldn't understand how to connect my words. My words drags. Even to say, hello. But I said, because of the ex-President Abdul Kalam, I went to the stage and I could connect to the people, even though I dragged. Yes. He said, I made sure morning I gave a call to my mom and before I reached the office. After I reached the office, I called my sister. I have only one sister. That connection was the success story. You have dropped that success story because people kept on telling, relatives are bad, relatives are bad. They know the day you tell, they teach you and brainwash you and tell you that disconnect from your relatives, then you become a slave. Then nobody will come to help you. And these people will become God. Swami Rakumjee is like a God. Acharya Rakumjee is like a great saint. All come to me and I will all clean up all the dust and the mud from you. Nothing. They only can't take you and make you a nobody. No, make you a nobody. Please make sure connection is very important. The day you disconnect, anything for that matter, even a connecting link from your brain, if it doesn't connect to your body parts, you feel very difficultly, like how Sidhu is feeling, a cerebral palsy child is feeling. The brain is working beautiful, but brain is unable to connect to what? To the hand. It doesn't respond that far. That becomes cerebral. It takes time for it to come out. Same like yours. If you don't connect to your people non-stop, if you don't connect to your teacher, to your books, to your studies, to the deep intimate relationship with yourself, talk to yourself. And work very, very hard to make sure last drop of talent is moved out. Otherwise, you ask any kitchen member, the steam cooking range has to be cleaned thoroughly. If the smallest dirt is there, it doesn't cook. Even in the vessel, if the smallest dirt is there, the milk is spoiled. That connect is very important. When you connect, the blood flows. When the connection is gone, disconnect. Then blood flow slows down. Flowing water is fresh water is connection. Stagnant water stinks is disconnection. E.M.Forster said. So you have to make sure every day you're connecting link, making sure the flexibility of a neck, the eyeball exercise, the shoulder rotation, all the joints should be loosened up and strengthened. After doing the Surya Namaskar and our Samskriti of the yoga, asanas and the pranayama, inhale, exhale, or the kapal, what to end dhyana and reading 100 pages book and walking into your land and talking to every child, to every member of the family. Hence, in our Indian culture, the connecting link is very important. The morning when you get up, after you brush your teeth, that connection, all that is finished. You go and do Shashtanga Namaskar. You go and prostrate in front of every elder in the house. That gives you an exercise and a connecting link telling we are together. Please do not disconnect. The moment you disconnect in the wild forest, the smallest child is disconnected from the group. Pack! Hyenas, jackals, foxes, tigers will attack. Yes, tear you into pieces. You are being torn into pieces. You are getting torn into pieces. You are eaten alive by the hyenas in the forest of the concrete jungle, and you are screaming, help me, kapadi, bachao, help me, help me. Nobody can help you. Only one person can help you. Only that secret I'll tell you. That one person's name is, please go in front of the mirror, wipe out the dust and look into the mirror. You can see that person will help you. E.M.Forster said, connect. Connect from the old to the new. Was the refrigerator of the old things. If you do not, when you keep it in the refrigerator, it doesn't get spoiled. So they created a connecting link. Today is 31st of December, and we are trying to connect the old 2020 to the new year, 1st of January. Wishing you all a very happy new year. E.M.Forster said connect, and this is my 288th small talks.